Hello, my name is Vaishnavi Naisha Gaikwad and I am from ENTC branch. Today's subject is Bayesian Belief Network. Bayesian Belief Network (BBN) are probabilistic network based on model where nodes represent variables and each show the conditional dependency amongst the variable. BBN is based on the Bayes theorem, which maps the cause and effect relationships between the variables. In order to comprehend the connection in BBN, we consider the Bayes theorem by expressing. Here we can see the formula of conditional and marginal probabilities of two events, that is A and B, where PA is the probability of the event A occurring without any information of event B. PB is the probability of the event B occurring without any information of A. P by A is the probability of event B occurring given that event A has occurred. P A by B is the probability of event A occurring given that event B has occurred. Here is two method working of BBN method. First is directed acyclic graph. Here we can see by the example, if rain occurs, the dog bark, and by the barking of dog, the cat hides. This is the representation of direct acyclic graph, convenient for representing probabilistic relation between multiple events. Here we can see the probability of dog bark when the rain occurs, and here the probability of cat hide when the dog bark. Next is second is conditional probability table. It is it is given that when rain occurs the dog bark. It is the probability when the um, rain is true and dog bark. When the rain is not there and still dog bark, and then is rain occurs but dog not bark, and after that not rain and not bark. These are some probability of rain to falls true. After that, this is the example of BBN method, that is if the Bulgari or earthquake happens, the alarm is ring, and P1 will inform to his master, or P2 will inform his master by calling them. It is probability of PB, that is equals, if PB is true, then these are some probability that PB is true, and if B is false, and if earthquake not happens, these are some probabilities. It is given to us that, and if when alarm rings, what is the probability? These all are given. By this we can find out that what is the probability when P is true, P2 is true, alarm rings, and not Bulgari and not earthquake. By this method we can calculate the probabilities. What are the applications of this is what are the application of BBN method? Here are first Here are some applications of BBN method. Biomonitoring. We can use biomonitoring to quantify the concentration of chemicals. It measures the concentration in blood and tissues of humans, etc. Hence, it is measurement of the body burden. In analytic chemistry, biometric involves the use of indicator. These measurements are often done in blood and urine to determine the levels of many diseases in humans. DT acid scientists in conducting biometric studies. These and There are some other applications like disease diagnosis, optimized web search, spam filtering, gene regulatory network. By there are some, they also explain many things. These are the advantages. Advantages are graphical and visual network provide a model to visualize the structure of the probabilities and develop design for new model as well. Relationship determines the type of relationship and presence or absence of it between variables. Computations calculate complex probability problems efficiently. Bayesian network can investigate and tell you whether a particular feature is taken into a node for the decision making process and can force it to include that feature is if necessary. This network will ensure that all known features are investigated for deciding on a problem. The Bayesian networks are more extensible than other network and learning methods. Adding a new piece of new network requires only a few probabilities and few edge in the graph. So it is an excellent network for adding a piece of data to an existing probability models. The graph of Bayesian network is useful. It is readable to both computers and human. Both can interpret the information unlike some new network like neural network which humans can't read. There are some limitations also. The most significant disadvantage is that there is no universal acknowledged method for constructing network from data. There have been many developments in this regard, but there hasn't been conquered in long time. The Bayesian network fails to define cyclic relationship, for example, deflection of airplane wings and fluid pressure field around it. The deflection depends on pressure and the pressure is independent on the deflection. It is tightly coupled problem which this network fails to define and make decisions. The network is expensive to build. It performs poorly on high dimension data. This is the output of Python code which is built by using the PSP PGMPY library. Here it gives the hard disk. Here we use the hard disk's data, and by this we can see the probabilities of hard disks 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Conclusion: Bayesian networks are used in artificial intelligence broadly. It is used in many tasks like filtering your email account from spams. It is used to creating turbo codes and in 3G and 4G network. It is used in image processing. They convert images into different digital formats. It also a massive contribution to medical science and biotechnology like biometrics, though which it can determine the number of tissues present in our body through indicators. Bayesian networks also makes the biases of gene regulatory network. It has proven to be useful and impactful network among many other networks and is developing each day with engineers and experts working on it more efficient. This is the references where I collected the informations. Thank you.